Today we're taking an early look at the TLX Phantom from 82 Studio. This mod is meant for both Farming Simulator 22 as well as FS25. Now the 25 version is not done yet, however the 22 version is with Giants awaiting testing, so that's the one we're going to be looking at today. It's also, I believe, going to be 82 Studio's last mod for FS22. So let's take a look at it. Once it's released, this is going to be our main page right here. $91,200 between 620 and 2,010 horsepower. Got a transmission in there. I don't know what transmission that is. 400 liters of fuel, 51 miles an hour, but then we could change that and weigh 17.8 tons. He's a big boy. Let's take a look at it in here. So we have configurations of a single cab, a sleeper cab, and then we have the Phantom. Now, the Phantom is basically a preset, so this is not something that you're going to be able to put together or anything like that. If you also go with the Phantom, you lose a lot of options. Again, this is a preset, but that's kind of what the truck is built around. So we're going to start off customizing a sleeper cab, and then we're going to check out the Phantom after that. Engine options in here. We've got the TLX Phantom 620, so 620 horsepower. Then we have 700 horsepower, 995 horsepower, 1,985, and then finally the 2,010 horsepower iDrive X. Big bad boy right there. Absolutely love it. So each one's going to come with a little bit different of a transmission, minus the first two options. Moving along, we've got wheel options. Now we have Continental, 2 and 3 rear axles, and then it changes red. Now the deal with the red right here, that means that all these axles are locked. So you'll be able to get a lot more towing power, a lot more pulling power, and a lot more yeet and fun power. So you've got those through there. We also have the Phoenix in there too, so same options through there. The TLX, of course, we've got those back. Vintage, those look very nice. We've also got Rudestein, and we've got knock-in tires in there. So, very cool. Oh, yeah, and the BKTs. Can't forget about those. And then back to Continentals again. My favorite are the Continental trips in the back, so that's what we'll go there. We also have wheel setups for these as well, so you can actually change up the tires and, like, maybe some of the options. You've even got a show truck version if that's really what you're going for. Oh, yeah, and there's a show track version with glow, which makes the rims glow. We'll take a look at that. Special editions here. We've got Gnome. We have the Silver Bee or Silver Bullet. We have the Black Bell, the Sad Bell, Cop Perfection, or Nada. If you're confused about these options, well, these are options that originated with some of his trucks back at Farming Simulator 19. And we had different versions, so all the metals would change colors. If you don't want them to, just select no for that. Exhaust options. Spin them around here so we can take a look at those. So we have a couple different designs. Design number 1 is going to be towards the front, and then your standard is just around towards the back. So if you want that, go with that. It looks pretty mean right there. Front bumpers. We have a standard. We have design number 1, which drops it a little bit. Design number 2, or design 1-2, which is going to give us these flags on the end so you can kind of see where you're at. And then we go forward from there. So there's a lot of different things through there. Some of these you may have seen before. Some of them may be brand new to you. So my best advice, go through, find the one that you like, you'll be good to go. There's plenty for everybody. Front grille style, you can change that up too, so we have a couple different designs through here, which are pretty sweet. Now, you may have seen at the very beginning or in the thumbnail where it had like teeth in there. You need to have, as far as I know, you need to have the Phantom setup for that. Next is fenders. So we basically have a yes setup, which is going to add these mud flaps in the back. I don't know how I forgot that. You also have a couple different setups as well, so you can kind of go back and forth and change between the ones that you like. Plenty of options there, though there's not a ton. Kind of like these. That looks awesome, man, especially for a show truck. Heck yeah. Back around towards the front, we have front fenders. We have a design number 1, design number 2, design number 3, and then we change up where the lights go. So the fenders aren't really so much fenders as they are, where do you want your front lights? I will say that this design right here looks pretty cool, so we'll go with design number 5. Visors around towards the top. We have a standard set, which I think looks the best, although you can throw that Phantom logo on there too if you want. That's pretty sweet, and then we've got lights on there too. We've even got regular design number 1 and packet 4. And yes, design number 3 is coming back too, so if you like this one where it looks a little bit mean, you could go with it, although it doesn't have the Phantom logo. Then we get vinyls. Let's take a look at those. So we've got a Nada, and then we've got yes. Now you may have noticed that nothing's changing, at least on mine. However, there are a couple little things here and there that change up. So we're going to leave vinyls on for design number 1 for now, and we'll see what we could do later on. Side steps design, I love number 2. I don't know what this is, but I absolutely love it. So we're going to go with that. And then lastly, we have T-bars. These are around towards the very back and add that really cool setup of lights around towards the back. So there you go. Now, we have color options. So start off with the cabin color itself. Matte gloss is going to be the base for that. I think we should go with like a Mac aged. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Love that. Then we have decals. Now, this is going to be changed up. However, around towards the front. Check that out. So then our vinyls is going to be the teeth in there. Green might be a little bit much. Although I will say, matching it up to the red doesn't look too bad. And it actually blends in really nice too. What it would be like for like a black aged. Ooh, that's pretty good. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wild, but it looks all right. I dig it, man. I dig it. Then we have fender setups here as well. Now, you may have seen the white fenders that were on there. Those are going to be from fender design number 2. So this is how you change those up. However, I did not choose those. I chose design number 1, which are chrome. Lastly, of course, we have some rim colors here, so you can change these to whatever color you want. I don't think it really matters too much, but with a show truck like this, I feel like a chromed out, something like that looks absolutely sweet. So here is DjGoHam's awesome show truck. Now, to show a few of the things that are going to be a little bit different if you go with the Phantom, we lose a lot of stuff over here on the right-hand side, as you can see. We still have engine, we still have wheels and wheel setup, we still have vinyl setups here as well. So we go with the no or the yes. Of course, you get your teeth in there too. Now, the only thing I will say here is between vinyl yes and design 1, I'm not quite sure what changes there. They both cost the same as well. That may be a problem, I'm not sure. Side steps are still there, and then we have colors. Now, cabin color does nothing. Your decal color, I believe, does. Should be the teeth, yep. Fenders, this is not going to change anything, so don't be expecting it to. And then, of course, your rim color also does change things. So there are things that you lose. This is a preset body style. And boy, does it look pretty sweet. Rawr! Oh, you know what? Actually, after all the testing I've done, hang on a minute. Yeah, check this out. I don't know how I just found this, but on your front bumpers, if you've got your standard design 1, design 1-2, design 2, or design number 3, you're not going to have the teeth that show up in the front. You have to actually go into a couple other different setups. So here's what I'm curious about. I'm going to just lease here a set. I was right. One of them glows and one of them does not. So if you go with vinyls, yes, it doesn't glow. However, if you go with design 1, it does glow. I may have to speak with 82 Studio about maybe changing that to the word glow. Nonetheless, now that we've got them in the game, we can kind of see the difference between more of a show truck setup and the Phantom setup itself. So this has every single option, and boy, that engine is loud. We don't have the glow teeth, so there's nothing through there, and we do have the glow rims, which look epic. Couple things that we can do. We've got Jake brake on and off. We've got an openable cover, which is nice, and then we've got a passenger seat as well, so you can change up between passenger seat and laying in the back if you've got a sleeper. So that is very, very cool. Dig it, man. I dig it. Let's take this thing for a little drive. How's about that? I don't remember which engine option I went with here. It says 158 is our max speed, so I'm going to assume we got a big one. It's taking off a little slow, if I'm honest, but it kicks off real good near the high end. How's about that? Very, very cool. Wheels are also going a little slow. Oh, it's not gripping. I just tried to pull the e-brake. There is no e-brake. I've been playing way too much Forza recently. All right, this is very, very cool. As far as in first person goes, also if it's a little laggy, it's not me, it's not the truck, it's the game, because for some reason this game requires you to compile shaders. A lot. Won't complain too much about that, but it is what it is. Let's get up here and let's see if we can swap this thing out for a Phantom and lock up the brakes. There we go. So we've got the front and the front axle right there. I don't know if there's any brakes on those or not, but I do know that the rear axle, it locks up quick. Now we jump in here. Now, I've got this thing completely maxed out, and as you can see, this one takes off way, way faster. It's because I went with an axle lock on the back, the all-red axle lock. All right, now let's see if we can take this thing out for a little spin. And it is getting up to speed real quick. 158 is the max. I'm out of speed, and we are going to hit that without any problems. Even hit 159 a few times. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Can we yeet right over this? Yeet! Ha-ha! It's smooth, man. And it drives all right. Let's see. Oh, come on, grip into the ground. Not bad. Even drifted a little bit. This is a solid truck, dude. If we turn on our handy dandy flashlight, we can actually take a little bit of a closer look at the details. All the sheer details. Now, this truck's been in production for a while now. It's been a long time since we've seen from 82 Studio, and then right when FS25 pops in, I think he came back. I think he took a little bit of a break. Hey, a little bit of a break's good for everybody. The good thing is, well, this is happening, which I love. Let's go over here and take a look at the show truck as well. Man, oh man, looking good. You can even look inside, which is just super cool. If we take a look here, see if we can cut some lights on for you guys. Very, very nice. Let's see. Let's swap around. Can I swap around over to the bed? Yeah, there we go. So I've got them on that lets me kind of move around a little bit. So you guys, at least on consoles, won't be able to do that. However, with the expanded passenger seating, I'm not quite sure. But nonetheless, that allows you to move around, which is great. Hey, I love it. My face clips through the seats, but that's kind of a me problem, I think, isn't it? Nonetheless, let's jump back out real quick, kind of take a look at this setup. Very neat. I also like that it's got a trailer hitch on here, so you'll be able to pull other trailers, and then we've even got this guy, which is great. There's a couple other cool things, too. So it says that it works with the X3 attachments. It also says attachments included in the TLX Phoenix, so I'm curious if it'll work with the X2 stuff as well. So I've got two things here. The rollback is from the X3 attachments pack. Oh, this thing's so quick. See if we can back up to this, grab it. Yeah, buddy. So not only a semi-truck, but it also will run all your normal stuff there, too. Don't worry about that clipping into the ground. And then we've got this from the Phoenix pack. Will it? No way. All right. Oh, wait. I bet this works with the sleeper, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, a second thought, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I don't think this one is gonna work. Not specifically this one. Oh, hang on. Well, we got it. Looks a little silly. Like, face doesn't have access to this land. I don't know if it's clipping or not. So it's clipping a little bit. However, if we come here, we have the full functionality. Man, who doesn't want a sleeper dump truck? Let's go. One thing to note, it will not work with the emergency pack. Granted, that is a different configuration altogether, so of course it wouldn't, but just wanted to let you know. And real quick, just for a comparison of any audio or anything like that, here is the Phantom, the base model. And here is the Mac base game. So now you can hear difference between both of them. Next, we're going to take a look at it as a semi-truck because, well, it is a semi-truck at the end of the day, and we haven't actually done that yet. So this is the base model, no customization options, nothing done. Just a big old long truck, which I could definitely use in 25 right now. So we've got 108,500 liters of wheat back there, but I have a sneaky suspicion that it weighs nothing because I'm not quite sure it actually went down. Hang on. Yeah, we may need a different trailer. This one's a little cheaty. Let's put this for a test for us. We've got 251,600 liters of wheat in, what is that, 7 trailers? Yeah, this ought to do the trick. This will definitely work. Go, go, go. Now, again, don't forget, this is the base model truck. So this is not modded anyway, not crazy. It's moving. It's moving A-OK. No problems whatsoever. You'll be fine. Stops on a dime. Love it. So if that's the base model truck, How is, like, the... How's one of these gonna do? All right, so let's hook up the biggest, baddest one of them all. Oh, yes. And gun it. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. So, if you need to move 250,000 liters of wheat over the course of 7 different trailers, well, I think I've got exactly the truck for you. To say that 82 Studio enjoys making semi-trucks is probably a big, big understatement. However, he's definitely brought us some super duper cool stuff for Farming Simulator 22, previously Farming Simulator 19 as well. These are all 5 of the offerings that will be here at the very end. Remember this guy, the Winter Wolf? That was the last mod he did for Farm Sim 19 and the first for 25 or 22, sorry. And here we are with the Phantom right beside it. Oh, I can't wait. And that is it. That is your first look at the TLX Phantom by 82 Studio. Big shout out to David for sending this over to show you guys ahead of its release. Again, this is with Giants right now for testing for FS22. And soon he'll be bringing it over to FS25 as well. I'll find out if he'll let me show you that then or not. We'll see what as he sees this video. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed this video. Drop a like on it if you did. Get subscribed if you're new. Join the GoHam fam. If you want to see what else 82 Studio is up to, make sure you check out the links down below. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I'll catch you in the next one.